Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. Here's to the ones who let shine through the rain, the ones who stood for something more. We won't forget your names. The tide is high, say goodbye, we're setting sail, and all those midnight secrets told, we'll take them to the grave. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on. And I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Fantasy Premier League with FPL Wizard. I hope you're all fine, I hope you're all having fun, and I hope all your FPL teams are ready. If not, worry not. I'm here to talk to you about your team, solve your dilemmas, and we're gonna make live transfers, fellas. I haven't made any transfers to my team today, so I'm gonna make live transfers in front of all of you, and we're gonna talk FPL. So let's get started. Welcome Nishchal, welcome Sirish, welcome Matea, Raja, George, FPL Sam, Jorim. Thank you so much for being here with me on the stream, fellas. So what's going on, my friends? Give me your doubts and dilemmas, and we're gonna talk about them. Unfortunately, yesterday night I accidentally went to sleep and I missed the price rise of Son. So I thought, why not make a transfer on the live stream, because I had already missed the rise. So that's the reason. Rish says I'm from Nepal. Anybody else from Nepal as well? I think we have a couple of people who are from Nepal. Rish. Fatali says I'm on a wild card considering Werner. It's either Pulisic, Mope, or Werner Rashford. Pulisic, Mope, and Werner Rashford. That's a very difficult one, to be honest, Fadjali. But both options look very tempting. Pulisic and Mope as well, and Werner and Rashford. But if I was you, I'd possibly stick with maybe Werner and Rashford. Amrit says yes. Saleh says KDB won't be available. Who are you bringing in? I'm going to bring in Son for KDB. That's kind of fixed. Matthias says I took a -20 hit. Oh my days, why did you take a -20, Matthias? That's too much, my friend. But since you've already used your wildcard, I can't even tell you to use your wildcard. Alice says KDB won't be available. So who are you bringing in? Yeah, I already read that question. I'm gonna bring in Heung-min Son in place of KDB. Fadzali says thoughts on Brewster. I mean, I think he's a pretty good option, to be honest with you, Fadzali. But the thing is, I want to see him play in a Sheffield United team. I mean, Brewster can be a decent player, but he's not going to be surrounded by the decent players that he was at Liverpool. So it's kind of touch and go with Brewster for me. A little bit, isn't it? Best KDB replacement except Son. I mean, you can go with Sterling. You know, you could go with Mane as well. I think Mane is a perfectly good replacement. If you don't have Salah, you can go for Salah. But you could go for Sterling as well. If you kind of save some money, you can go with somebody like Riyad Mahrez as well. I think Mahrez is going to play the next few game weeks and he's a good option. Sirish says, big question of the week, whom to captain in between Son and Salah? To be honest, if you only have two options, Sirish, then I would possibly captain Salah. You know, I think Son has less ways of scoring a goal than Salah because Salah is on penalties as well. You know, Son can only score from open play. So in my opinion, I'd go with Salah out of these two. Saleh says, why are you not trying Pulisic or Ziyech? I want to see them play first, Saleh. I'm not in a hurry to kind of bring in Chelsea players. I think I've already stuck with Werner and Havertz for long enough to kind of wait and watch what happens there. Harpreet says, hi, how are you, bro? I'm fine, my friend. Thank you so much for visiting the stream. Blinder, welcome to the live stream. 8fact says, I'm captaining Telles. Just bought him in a -4 hit. 8facts, you can't be serious, my friend. I'm not even sure if Telles is gonna play this game week. Matthias says, I needed it because I needed Kane, Son, James Rodriguez, Chilwell, Mope. I mean, they're all fantastic options. Matthias, don't get me wrong, but, you know, -20 is too much. I mean, if I was you, I'd kind of consider free hitting or something like that. -20 is very difficult to cover. But each to his own, my friends. No issues there. Rich says Wilson or Mope. That's, to be honest with you, they're pretty much, you know, for me, they're pretty much at the same level, Wilson and Mope. But if I was to get one of them, I'd possibly go with Mope. The reason being, I think Brighton is a much better attacking team than Newcastle. You know, but with Alan St. Maxima coming into his own, it could change. But at this moment in time, I'd go Mope over Wilson. Captain Salah or Kane, says Harpreet. If you have Harry Kane this game week, I think it's the game week to captain Harry Kane, Harpreet. And that's what I'm considering for my team as well. I'll tell you about my transfer plan after I answer a couple of comments. Linda says, why not captain Trent Alexander-Arnold? That's too risky for this game week. I think Everton are in a really decent form, and I am not sure if Liverpool is going to keep a clean sheet, my friend. FPL Sam says, no Son, Kane, Salah, any Chelsea players. Good luck to me. I saw your team on Twitter, FPL Sam. Your team still looks pretty decent even without Son, Kane and Salah. Good luck to you, my friend. Your captain is Sterling, so I think you're going to do well. But I hope Arsenal beat City. Saleh says, is Jimenez good option versus Leeds, bro? Will he get points? I'm having him too. I mean, Jimenez is always a good option, right? He's never a bad option. But since he blanked against Fulham, he blanked against... who was it? He blanked 2 game weeks in a row ever since I brought him in. I'm thinking of moving him on for Kane for a hit as well. So when I make these live transfers, you're going to see. But that's in my mind. My one transfer is fixed. I'm going to move KDB to Son. The second one, which I'm thinking, I've not kind of finalized it in my mind yet, but I'm thinking about moving on Jimenez to Kane. The reason why I want to take this hit, -4 hit, is because I want to captain Kane. You know, the only reason why I would take a hit to move Jimenez out against Leeds, because I think against Leeds, Jimenez has a chance to score. The way Leeds play, it's pretty much ideal for Wolves, right? Because Wolves kind of sit back, defend, like to play on the counter. Leeds like to attack, so it's perfectly set up for Jimenez. But I just think that I wouldn't captain Jimenez in any of the game weeks. The only game week in which I would actually consider captaining Jimenez was against Fulham, right? And he blanked against Fulham. Wolves are not doing too well attacking wise ever since the start of the Premier League in June. So in my opinion, I think, you know, if you're not going to captain Jimenez, just feel that 8.6 for a player who I can never captain is too much. That's the reason I'm thinking about kind of moving him on for Kane. 8fact says, if Telles didn't play much, my vice captain is Salah, but He was on penalties and he's such a threat. To be honest with you, 8 facts, he's not going to be on penalties in United because as long as Bruno Fernandes is here, he's never going to be on penalties. But if you want to go for it, man, it's your team. You have to make the decision. But if I was you, I would captain Salah or somebody else, not Telles. Ahmed says, will Zaha play? I don't see why not. Ahmed, I haven't heard any news if he's going to miss out, so I think he's going to play. Cerise says, your thoughts on Grealish? I think Grealish is a fantastic option. In the same price range, Harvey Barnes, Grealish, I think very good options in the same price range. So yeah, I think he's a very good option. Sean says, are you moving KDB to Kane? I wish I could move KDB to Kane, my friend, but I'll have to make 2 transfers to make that happen. What I really wish could happen is I could move KDB to Son, and then I could move Adams to Kane. That would be so awesome for my team. But unfortunately, I don't have the value, So if I want Kane, I'm gonna have to move out Jimenez, and that's why I'm kind of thinking a little bit about it. Thoughts on Pulisic? I like Pulisic a lot. I want to see him play before I get him in, but I think he's a fantastic option. Hey Rab, welcome. Saleh says Kane is good for long term. I think for the next 4 game weeks, Kane is fine. Game week 3 was very bad, only 32 points. Hoping you can get 70 plus in game week 5. Thank you so much, Harpreet. I think, I think this game week is kind of very, very difficult to call which way it's gonna go. I don't see any big teams or any small teams kind of have a good fixture in which we can say definitely they're gonna perform, because even Chelsea against Southampton, it's not gonna be an easy game. I don't know if Pulisic is gonna kind of play well, and then they might have some space. But to be honest with you, I can't pinpoint any game. Even Tottenham versus West Ham is not the game in which I can fairly confidently say that Tottenham are gonna batter West Ham, because West Ham have been in a good form. So this is a very difficult game week. But it is game weeks like this in which you have to make hard decisions and go for your captains. If you nail your captaincy in this game week, guys, I think you're gonna have a good game week. FPL Sam says, who would you start, Mitchell or Bellerin? To be honest with you, if Mitchell starts, I think I'd start Mitchell. I'd put Mitchell in the team. If Mitchell starts, well and good. If he doesn't, Bellerin comes in. Because if Patrick Van Aanholt starts, I don't think Mitchell has a chance to kind of get subbed in. Adjali says, I am on wildcard. I had Mitchell before, but since Patrick Van Aanholt is ready, is he a shout? Good fixtures. I mean, he's, in my opinion, is too expensive for a Crystal Palace defender, So I wouldn't consider Patrick Van Aanholt yet. Patrick Van Aanholt always comes into his own at the end of the season, It's not the right time to get Patrick Van Aanholt, in my opinion. Matthias says, do you play UCL Fantasy? Yes, I do play Champions League Fantasy as well, Matthias. Amrit says, Havertz keep or sell? Amrit, for this game week, I think if you want to sell him for Son, you can, but it's not an urgency to sell him this game week. That's the reason I was actually gonna, if KDB wasn't injured and if KDB was gonna play, I was actually gonna move Havertz for Son. But my hand is kind of forced a little bit because KDB is not gonna play for the next, at least this game week, and maybe even not the next game week. So I had to kind of keep Havertz for this game week, but I'm happy because against Southampton, Havertz can get something, definitely. In midweek games in international break, he got a couple of assists, he scored a goal, so why not? I think he's fine. Dexter says, yeah, take out Mitchell for Kilman. And Dexter, to be honest with you, I'm not sure if Kilman is going to play all the games. If he does, then it's a good option, but if he doesn't, then, we have to wait and watch for Kilman. I wouldn't jump on him straight away. Convict says, hey Wizard, how's the season going? Season is going fine, my friend. I think I'm happy with my team. I've been happy with the first 4 game weeks. The rank is around 2 million. Not too concerned about that at the moment. I think it's gonna get better with time. I hope so, at least. Raghav says, hi bro, Captain Salah or Kane? Raghav, if I was you, if I had Kane in this game week, I'd possibly captain Kane. It's a very touch and go decision, but Kane is in such a good form. But they're playing against a difficult team in West Ham, but I still feel Kane can get a goal or 2 in this game. Very difficult one, but still out of these 2, I'd possibly get Kane. Any wildcard suggestions? SM, on my Twitter account, I actually made a wildcard team and I tweeted it. So in case you can go on my Twitter and check it out, you will have a full team that I made for wildcard, my friend. Dexter as well, so just go to my Twitter feed and you can check the team I made for wildcard, for anybody who's wildcarding this game week. Aguero early. Josh, I'm not sure if Aguero is going to start. I'd possibly wait for Aguero because in the same price range, you've got Harry Kane, fit and firing. So I don't think we need to jump on Aguero early. We can have Kane. And if Aguero comes into his own and starts firing, then you can easily switch Kane to Aguero. Not a problem. Rohit says, who are you replacing KDB with? I'm replacing him with Son. Actually, what I'll do is, let me make the one transfer so that nobody is confused. There you go. So the first live transfer of the day, out De Bruyne, in Son. Let me confirm this. There you go. I'm sorry, KDB, I love you too much, and I'm gonna get you back in, my friend. Just be fit and firing. Alrighty, so there goes one player in it. There goes KDB. Son is in my team, and yeah, Amit says it's Foden a good option for Podence. Amit, I think Foden is gonna play, that's for sure. Not sure if he's the best option at the moment, the way City is playing, but I think if Podence starts and plays, I think Podence can be a good option as well. John says I have two transfers right now, team. Ryan, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Justin Mitchell, Kyle Walker-Peters, Salah. Thinking of KDB to Son and Martial to Kane. Yes, I think that those are good moves, man. You can do it. I'm not averse to any of those moves. I think they're all good moves. So yeah, you can do it if you want to. Blender says I'll give my captain armband to Werner. Okay, my friend, that's a good choice. I mean, if I had Werner, I haven't seen enough from him to give him the armband. But if you have to give Werner the armband, this is the game week. Who will be your captain? Ahmed, if that's a very difficult one to answer. I mean, if I get Kane in my team, I take a hit for Jimenez. Give me some more time. I'm kind of giving myself more time to think. I might take a hit and transfer out Jimenez for Kane. If Kane comes in my team, Kane is my captain. If not, then possibly Salah. I have to go with Salah because I don't think I have too many options to, kind of in my team. I don't have too many options. So yeah, that's the dilemma right now. Right. Let me see what we can do here. I think I have to kind of adjust my team a little bit. Who should I bring in? No, I think it's fixed. Don't want to change too much, but we'll see about it. Anyways, Rohit says Son or Salah captains. Out of these two, Salah. We will get KDB back soon, says Melivab. Yeah, that we'll do for sure. Audu says, do I have to get rid of KDB for a -4 if you have Son already? Audu, I mean, if you want, you can get Sterling, you can get Mane in place of KDB. So -4 is not too bad if we are sure that a player is not going to play, unless you have a bench player who you think can cover for KDB in it. Rohan says, KDB to Sterling worth a hit, or assess who to get in next week. I haven't seen your entire team, Rohan, but I think KDB to Sterling worth a hit could give you decent returns, because KDB is going to get 0 anyway, so even if Sterling can get a goal, your hit will be justified, right? Ishtiaq says, should I keep Havertz? For this game week, you can. If not, then you should move him on for Son, my friend. Murli says, any other transfer apart from KDB to Son? Yeah, I'm thinking about Jimenez to Kane, but I haven't made it yet, my friend. Harpreet says, as an Arsenal fan, are you excited of Thomas Partey? Will he play against Manchester City? Yeah, I'm very, very excited by Partey. I think he's a fantastic signing for Arsenal, and I think he's the kind of player that we've been wanting and needed for a pretty long time. Nikhil says, do I captain Mane or Salah? Mane usually does better than Salah away, right? I mean, that's kind of the consensus. But if you look at the stats, I actually tried to dig up their stats against Everton. Salah has 1 goal in 3 games against Everton. Mane has 2 goals and 4 assists in 10 games against, or 4 goals and 2 assists in 10 games against Everton. So there's not much to choose between them, to be honest with you. The only reason which makes me think about Salah a little bit is because Salah is on penalties. That's the only reason and since we are getting so many penalties in the league, and since we expect this to be a KG game, it could be decided by a penalty as well. And that's the only thing that makes me think about Salah over Mane a little bit. John says, FPL visit, Son will be a good differential versus Salah. Everton is good defense, plus early start Son is a... To be honest with you, the reason why I don't think Son, I don't want to captain Son, even if I don't get Kane, why I want to go for Salah is, Son is going to play against West Ham. West Ham plays a low defensive line, and they play with 3 at the back, and then they play with wing backs, right? I think Son is not going to get much space And when Son doesn't get space, I don't think Son plays well. The same was the case against Newcastle. The same was the case against Everton. That's the reason Son didn't play well against those teams. Which teams did he play well against? He played well against Manchester United. They were playing a high line. He played well against Southampton. They were playing a high line. So that's the reason it makes me want to kind of not captain Son. But that's my logic, right? It could be wrong, my friends. Raja says Che Adams and KDB to Kane and Grealish. Yes, I would do that, Raja. Not a doubt in my mind. Jones says, when is it necessary to use your wildcard? Jones, to be honest, when you feel that the team which you want to have and the team which you currently have has a difference of 5 or more players in the starting 11, that's the time when it is a good time to use your wildcard, in my opinion. That's how I judge it. Saleh says, can we finish in top ranks because we have 215 points only and many have. Saleh, I think it's, definitely we can finish in the top 10k, top 100k. At this moment in time, everything's up in the air. People are using their chips left, right and center. Triple captains, wildcards, everything. So it's fine. I don't think we need to panic at all. Let's see. The only time I want to be in the top 10k or in the top 100k is in game week 38, because that is the only time it matters. And that's what I feel we can get to. Aditya says, I feel KDB is not up to the mark this season in FPL. Who might be a proper replacement for him? To be honest with you, I think KDB, with Aguero coming back and KDB not on penalties anymore, it would take a little bit shine off KDB, because I think at 11.5 without penalties, KDB might be difficult to carry in our teams. So we can think about alternatives, and I think Bruno Fernandes is a good alternative for KDB, to be honest. If we can even think about going for cheaper options like Hakim Ziyech or Pulisic, but we need to wait and see how they kind of, integrate with the squad. Danford says, yo, I hope I ain't late. No, you're not late, my friend. We've still got lots of time to go. John Wick says, nice, point accepted. You're regarding Son. Cool, Matt. Atul says, hey Wiz, I have Kane, Son and Salah. Who do I captain? Atul, to be honest with you, if I was in your place, I'd captain Kane. Don't blame me if it goes wrong, guys. I'm just giving you my opinion, right? Because I think if anybody has a chance to score against West Ham United, it's Kane. He's got 9 goals in 12 games against them. So he certainly likes playing against West Ham United. And, I think more than Son, Kane has a chance to score in this game. If Bale starts, I'm not even sure where Son is going to kind of play. But if they get a penalty, Kane is going to take it. And, I think Kane is back to his best. So Kane for me. De Bruyne surely out. I thought he was fit for the Arsenal game, joined late for the stream. Yes, Amrit, De Bruyne is definitely out for this game. Who do I start? Bodens, Justin, Brewster or Mitchell? Bodens, I guess, Aditya. I think if Bodens starts, he has a good chance to get some points against Leeds. Thakif says, one transfer for this week, bro. Thakif, for me, I've already made one transfer in. I've transferred out KDB to Son. If you want me to suggest you one transfer, then I need to know your team, my friend. John says, would you take a -8 or wildcard? I want to bring in Jorginho for Foden, Werner for Kane and KDB for Son. For a -8, I would never wildcard. I think -8 is kind of the threshold for me, but if I was having to take a -12 or a -16, then I would think about wildcarding. -8 I think is fine. It can be covered, to be honest with you. Shalendra says, guys, give a like to the stream. Thank you so much, Shalendra. Aditya says, will Brewster be starting this game week? Aditya, to be honest with you, I have no idea, but I think he should start because, Chris Wilder was playing with Burka, right? And Burka is injured, so why not? They just got Brewster, why wouldn't he start? If I had James in my team now, and I'm nervous, would he start the match? He got a red card in England versus Denmark. Harpreet, James was never a safe pick because of Azpilicueta as well. So, if you have him, start him and hit and hope for the best. That's what we can do. Ale says, bro, you're an Arsenal fan. Yes, Ale, I'm an Arsenal fan. Atul says, thanks, you're welcome, my friend. Audu says, what if Pep played mind games all along and KDB starts? Audu, we can do nothing, man. He's been so clear. He said KDB is out. And he didn't even give us a time frame, and that is the reason why I'm transferring him out. If he said he's going to be fit next week, then I would possibly keep him for one game week. But Pep didn't say when he's going to come back. He says he might come back, might not come back. So I think if Pep is playing mind games, then that's not a good thing to do. We can't do anything about it. Tenzin says, hey, is differential captain between Pulisic and Grealish. Between these two, I'd captain Pulisic. Tenzin, I think This game week, Pulisic has a better game. I think Grealish has a difficult match against Leicester. Castan or Regulian? Oh, that's a very difficult one, guys. Today you've got very difficult questions for me in it. I think out of these two, I'd prefer Castan, Josh. Buckshot says, is Salah your captain? If you had Kane out of Kane or Salah, would you prefer Kane? Yeah, I would definitely prefer Kane if I had Kane, and I might still get Kane. I'm gonna give myself 10 to 15 minutes more to think about it, and I might then move on Jimenez for Kane and then captain Kane as well. You know, the only reason why I'll take a -4 is because I want to captain Kane. If I want to captain Salah, I would never take a -4 for Kane. That's my thinking. Saleh says, we are rivals then, bro. I'm a Chelsea fan. That's fine, my friend. We're not rivals. We're all friends here. But yeah, rivals on the field is cool. Ashish says, will Mahrez play? Yeah, I think why shouldn't Mahrez play? They ain't got many options anymore, you know. KDB injured, Jesus, Aguero, they're all injured. So I think Mahrez is definitely gonna play. Sugam says, Doherty to Chilwell. That's a move that I would be thinking about moving. Doherty hasn't been the same, and in the last game, Aurier started over Doherty. So yeah, that's a move that you can make, but I'm not sure about Chilwell. Yeah, I think transferring out Doherty could be a good option, but for who is the question. Swap Kyle Walker-Peters for Ailing Wiz. Yeah, Shlindra, I'll just need to first kind of process. The thing is, my team has two problems, right? My team has Che Adams and Ben Davies. These are the two players that I want to get out of my team because, you know, I've been carrying them for too long. The third one is Kai Havertz. So these are the three players that are on my radar, and I would have got Kai Havertz out of my team this game week if KDB hadn't got injured. I would have kept KDB and then I would have moved Havertz out for Son. But unfortunately, KDB got injured, then I had to move KDB out for Son, right? So I have to keep Havertz for one more game week. But there's not many players that I want in my team that I can't get without using a wildcard. So that's the reason. I want Kane. I want maybe for the upcoming game weeks, I would want somebody like James Rodriguez, and then I would want to replace Ben Davies and Che Adams. So I think it's gonna work. Salah, Mane and Firmino are playing for the first time together in a Merseyside derby. Yes, that's what I said. Salah has been here for the 3.5 years, and he's only played 3 games against Everton. I don't know why that is, but that's the thing. Andreas says -8 to get Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Son. -8. It could work, my friend, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin against Liverpool for a hit doesn't look the best decision to me, you know. Mooney says, is Zaha okay? I really need to know. I haven't heard anything about Zaha, Mooney, to be honest with you, so I shouldn't be making any definitive or categorical statements about Zaha, but in my opinion, he should be fine. Zizou says, Chilwell with -4 or James. I mean, if you want to go with the Chelsea defender, then I think getting Chilwell is the better option because he's kind of safer and he's going to start as long as he's fit. James is going to get rotated a little bit. That's the only concern that I would have with Reece James. Che Adams is missing a lot of good chances which he gets. Will he get better in the long run? I mean, I don't want to go for the gambler's fallacy with Che Adams. I mean, I've kept him in my team for 4 game weeks. I don't want to keep him in my team for much longer, right? I just want him to move him on, but this game week I couldn't do it. I mean, I still have the chance. I could move him on for or Neil Mope or somebody like that, or Wilson maybe, but since I haven't given too much thought about that, I don't want to make a last minute decision about Che Adams, so I'm just gonna let him be, you know. And I think, yeah, I should kind of swap Kyle Walker-Peters for Ailing. The reason is I've already got one Southampton player against Chelsea. I don't want to be playing 2. Is Kane your top ideal want now? Jared, the thing is, I think the next 4 fixtures, Kane can score at least 4 goals. And the best thing is, I wanna kind of, you know, have a player who I can confidently captain. At this moment in time, with transferring out KDB, I don't have many players in my team who I can confidently captain. And that's the reason why I'm considering bringing in Kane, because Kane is a player which I can confidently place the armband on, and that's a big thing, right? That's a very important thing for me, that I should have more than one player in my team who I can confidently captain. So that's the reason I'm thinking about moving on Jimenez to Kane. KDB to Rodriguez and Jimenez to Kane. I think for this game week, KDB to Rodriguez is not the right move, and because one, he came late from his international break, and two, he's playing against a very difficult team. Jimenez to Kane is perfectly fine for me. Taylor or Walker Peters for this game week? Taylor, my friend, if you're talking about the Taylor from Burnley. Hang on guys, a water break please. Ashish says, what do you think about Jimenez as a captain? To be honest with you, the only game I would have captained Jimenez was against Fulham, and unfortunately he blanked in that game, so I just think that Wolves are not the most fluid team at the moment. They're not at their attacking best, and I wouldn't captain Jimenez. Samuel says, would it be advisable to transfer out Werner for Kane for a -4 when I already have Son? For this game week, it's kind of a 50-50 decision, because even Werner has a decent game, and Werner can score against Southampton. One of the teams he can score against is Southampton, because Southampton traditionally doesn't sit back and defend, although they have been sitting back and defending for the past couple of game weeks. So, it's a touch and go. It's a 50-50. Next week, I'd say definitely. Amit says, Son versus Kane, budget problems. Of course, if you have budget problems, then you should probably stick with Kane. If you are having to take a hit to get Kane, then you should stick with Son, I guess, my friend. Sai says, Ayling versus Wolves or Mitchell versus Brighton. I'd start Mitchell. If Mitchell doesn't kind of play, then Ayling is going to come in automatically. That's my thought about that. Ashraf says, is Vardy going to play? I have no idea, my friend. Brendan Rogers says he had he had kind of an injury or a niggle. I can't say with any amount of certainty whether he's going to start or not. So, yeah. Werner should not be your captain or anyone's. The thing is, the way I play this game, I would never captain Werner in this game week. Ever since he's blanked in the first 4 game weeks, and I had him for 3 game weeks as well. But each to their own. Everybody has a different way of playing this game, so you can't categorically say that you should definitely not do this. But yeah, definitely, I wouldn't captain Werner. Do you think Pereira has the best differential this game week? Pereira? Do you mean Matheus Pereira of West Bromwich Albion? I don't know, man. I can't. I've never thought about him as a player that I would bring in, so I can't comment on him. But I think he's been a decent form. He's had 1 assist or maybe 1 goal from a free kick. I don't think he's the best differential this game week. No, I don't think. I think the best differential this game week could be Pulisic. Biswas says, Zaha, good option or not? He's an okay option, Biswas. I can't say that he's a very good option, because Zaha has this streak. He'll score for a couple of games and he'll blank for 10 game weeks, and then he'll again score for a couple of games. He's a very frustrating player to own in FPL, so I just never want to go close to Zaha. Ashish says, why not Son as a captain over Salah in game week 5? Ashish, I already explained my logic behind that, as West Ham doesn't play a high line, so I'm on a wild card. Do you think I should get Werner? Once Aguero is fit, I'll get him in. Fadzili, if you have a choice to get in Kane or Werner, then I would definitely go for Kane. Razat says hello. Hey Razat, welcome. Josh says, should I bring in Callum Wilson? Josh, to be honest, for the same price, I'd probably consider Neil Maupay. I feel that Neil Maupay being on penalties and Brighton being the more attacking team, I think it's a better option. Neva says, Ayling or Saiss? Saiss, Sid. Is captaining Son over Salah a good idea? I've already answered this question so many times, guys. I don't know what more to say about this. It's not about what I think is good or bad. I can only tell you what my logic is and what logic says, right? So, in my opinion, out of these two, Salah is the better option. And I gave you a long, detailed explanation about that, but the answer to that is, in my opinion, guys, please, that's the most important thing, is Salah is a better option. Alazar says, I already have a -8 with Ings to Kane and KDB to Son, and now I'm tempted to change Podence to Grealish and play him. It's fine. I would keep Podence for this game week. Don't take a -8 to get Grealish for Podence for this game week, Alazar. Razat says Havertz or Bruno. Razat, I don't know what you mean, but if you ask what I prefer, I'd prefer Bruno. Podence was hyped in game week 2, but he doesn't meet expectations as of now. Should I sell him and get Grealish or wait? If you can get him without a hit, then I would possibly get him next game week. This game week, I would possibly keep Podence. I don't think Grealish is gonna go crazy and score 24 points in every game week. So I don't think it's a big difference between keeping Podence this game week and, selling him next game week. So yeah. But he did nothing to deserve the armband. Do not get me wrong, I respect everyone's opinion. Absolutely, Mataya. No, I understand. That's the reason I transferred him out. I stuck with him for 3 game weeks and then I moved him on for Jimenez, but now I'm thinking that I should have kind of moved him on for Kane. I made a mistake, but I hope to rectify my mistake soon. Wolves are not looking fluid at all. Still confused between Pulisic, Sterling for KDB out. Both are good options, Shrikant. Do not be too confused about that. They are both good. Why I am not recommending Pulisic right now is because I want to actually see him play. Is he sharp? Is he good enough? Because he didn't get any games for the US, or US didn't have any games in the international break, so we haven't seen him play. Ever since he was injured, we haven't seen him play. So how can we kind of categorically say that Pulisic is going to be good? Do you think Bale can help Kane to score more goals? I have Kane as my captain this game week. Yeah, I mean, why not? Bale is going to improve any team that he comes in, and I think, yeah, he's going to improve Kane, and I even think that he's going to improve Son's chances of getting goals, because then Son is going to play higher up and more through the middle as compared to when he was playing on the flanks. Raghav says, hi bro, your videos are more informative, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Nishchil says, I need to finalize Team Viz. Who in place of De Bruyne? I have Salah and Son already. Nishchil, you can go for somebody like, this game week it's very hard to say, but you can go with somebody like Son. Not Son, I mean Mane. You can go with somebody like Sterling, right? They are like for like replacements, and they can get decent points as well in this game week. Amrit says, are you going to play Adams this game week? I don't have a choice, Amrit. I have to play Adams. I can possibly start with Davis, but I think Davis is not going to start. Basically, what I could do is I could bring in Davis and I could play a 4-4-2 as well. I wouldn't be averse to doing that, but I still feel that since Adams is 100% going to start and Davis is not going to start, maybe I could do this. This could also work. If Davis starts, well and good. If he doesn't start, then Ayling comes in for Davis. Josh says, Mahrez for KDB, need to save money. Yeah, I think I wouldn't be averse to going with Riyad Mahrez. I think he's going to be a good option. Most of the times, first game captaincy doesn't do well. Yes, that's the reason. To be honest with you, I just don't like captaining a player in the first game week. It's not about superstition, guys. The only thing is, if you captain a player in the first game of the game week, and he doesn't do well, you're gonna be sad for the rest of the game week. You're gonna be sulking and you're gonna be moaning, and it's gonna be very difficult for you to sit through all the games and watching all the other people's captains play. That's the reason I just don't like. That's the way I think. I just don't like playing my captain in the first week or the first game of the week. John says, would you swap out Foden for Jorginho because he's on pens? For a free transfer, I wouldn't do Foden to Jorginho, my friend. If I would do anything, I would actually update Bissouma to Jorginho. I wouldn't take Foden out for Jorginho. But I think Jorginho is a good option. He's a cheap enabler at 5.2 million. I would consider him. If I was on a wildcard, I'd consider getting him in my team and playing him against the easier teams. Sid says, should I play Brewster? Why not, Sid? Why not? Rajiv says, is this your final team? No, Rajiv. My final team will be decided in the next 10 minutes. I'll update my team. And I'll update my captain and I'll update my team. Give me 10 more minutes. I had to use my free transfer on Pickford and change it to Leno because Pickford goalkeeping is like frog. Harpreet, you took one keeper who was playing against Liverpool and then you moved to another keeper who's going to play against Manchester City. I think Leno is not going to keep a clean sheet, but Arsenal fixtures are difficult, so but whichever keeper you have, just stick with him. I don't change keepers at all, ever, unless I'm on a wild card. Razif says, hey Razif, will KDB will be playing this game week like Son? Aditya, I can't say, but the way Pep stated that KDB is injured, I don't think KDB is going to play, and all the news outlets and all the blogs and everything, they point to the same thing, that KDB is not going to play. So I can't say too much. Alazar says, thank you mate, your views are helpful. My concern is Podence might not play, so should I just play him or swap him with Justin and play 4-3-3? In my opinion, Alazar, you put Podence in the team. If he doesn't play, then Justin can come in, right? So that's my opinion with that. Best 3 forwards for now. Ashraf, the best 3 forwards for now, in my opinion, is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Harry Kane, and Danny Ings. or Neil Mope. I wouldn't go with Ollie Watkins as of now, but who knows how he's gonna kind of play. But yeah. Aditya says, thank you for your answers, Wiz. You're welcome, Aditya. Amit says, what about Antonio? Is he in your plan? Yes, from game week 8 onwards, all the West Ham players, Masuako, Sochek, and Antonio are in my plan. Even Jared Bowen. AWF Gaming says, Foden or Zaha for the next 3 game weeks. Is Patrick Van Aanholt gonna play? To be honest with you, out of these two, I'd go with Foden. I wouldn't go with Zaha, I'd go with Foden because of too many injuries. I think Foden is gonna get a lot of game time. Patrick Van Aanholt is fit again. Whether he'll play or not, I can't say, my friend. Felix says Son or Salah or Werner. What are your thoughts on captaincy? Out of these 3, number 1 Salah, number 2 Son, number 3 Werner. Azub says, is it okay? I'd play both Kane and Son this game week. It's fantastic, my friend. It's better than okay. I know West Ham is in a good form and, I think they can stop Tottenham from scoring too many goals. But if you think they're going to not concede any goals at all, that's not going to happen. I think Kane is going to score. That's my opinion about that. And even if they blank this game week, guys, you can't say anything with certainty. Keep Son and Kane for the next 4 game weeks. They'll pay you back for whatever you spent on them. They'll pay you back. Top 3 forwards. I already told my top 3 forwards, my friend. I think Kane, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and you can select one out of the cheap ones like Neil Mope, Wilson. I think these are the best 3 options for the forwards. Have you confirmed the transfer KDB to Son? Yes, I've already confirmed 1 transfer. I might make 1 more in the next 7 minutes, my friend. So, bench Castan or Podence? I would bench Podence for Castan. I think Castan is too good to bench, in my opinion, my friend. I wouldn't bench Castan in any way, shape, or form. Castan is good. Your advice are really helpful, bro. I hope your subscriber family increases. Thank you so much, Harpreet. I hope so too. Friends, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you find these streams helpful, please consider subscribing. And if you haven't liked the video, please hit like as well. Taylor or Justin for this game week, says Alazar. Taylor. Amit says Bissouma or Saint Maxima on the bench. Bissouma on the bench, Saint Maxima in your team. Out of these 2, definitely. The thing is, I'm gonna think about my transfer. Views on Delap, says Karthik. Being an Arsenal fan, are you worried about him? I don't know whether Delap is gonna start, to be honest. Very difficult to say if Delap is gonna start. I think Sterling's gonna start false 9 or maybe Foden as well. So I wouldn't get Delap. Danforth says I still have KDB. Don't know who to replace him with. Danforth, you can go for Son. You can go for Bruno Fernandes. You can go for somebody like Mahrez, Sterling, or Mane. Josh says I'm playing Gaeta. Do I start Mitchell as well? I mean, I wouldn't be averse to kind of doubling up on their defense because I think Crystal Palace can stop Brighton. But if you have other better options, then maybe not. Azuf says, do you recommend Zaha? He's showing to have a groin injury. He has a very good fixture. I don't think a fixture against Brighton is a very good fixture, Azraf. I don't think Crystal Palace are going to find it very hard to kind of play against Brighton the way Brighton are playing at the moment. Would you take a hit for KDB to Son when you have Sochek on the bench and already captaining Kane? The thing is, if I was sure that KDB is going to come back next week, I would possibly put KDB on the bench and play Sochek. But if I'm not sure if KDB is going to be back next week, then possibly I would take a hit. And not necessarily for Son. You can go with somebody like Sterling. You can go for somebody like Mane as well. Or Pulisic. I don't know what to... I didn't read your earlier question, my friend. Karthik says Lamptey or Konsa? Lamptey, my friend. Lamptey is amazing. Devendra says hi Wiz. Hello Devendra. Welcome to the live stream, my friend. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna have a drink of water, please. Alrighty, I'm back, friends. Sorry, I took a bit of a time. Yeah. Hey bro, should I make Kane or Son captain? If you have both of them, Musaid, I would go for Kane. Imagine if Lamptey was taller, he would probably be Alphonso Davies level. I think he can be Alphonso Davies' level anyway, man. I think he's fantastic. You know, being shorter gives him that low center of gravity. Pretty decent. Some says short views on all games of Game Week 5. That would take a pretty long time, my friend. If you want a specific game, tell me. I can possibly do a little bit of a talk about that, because talking about all the games, I think it's going to eat up all the time which is left, my friend. Greenwood or Rashford says Fadzili. Out of these two, Rashford. No doubts about that in my mind, because Rashford is expensive, than Greenwood. But if I had to just pick one of the two without considering their price, Rashford. As you are not recommending Zaha, should I go for Grealish? I think Grealish is a better option in the long term. Please, if you're expecting returns from Grealish in this game week and he doesn't return, then you're going to be disappointed. If you want to keep Grealish for long term, then definitely yes. Are Manchester United players a good differential? I think Manchester United is going to beat Newcastle. I think they have to come back from the disappointment of 6-1 defeat at home to Spurs, and I think they're gonna beat Newcastle. But if you ask me if they're gonna kind of totally pummel Newcastle or gonna put 5 past them, I don't think that's the case. Newcastle is also in a decent form. Not really, right? Differential strains can research still. G-Red, I don't know what you mean, my friend. I'm sorry. Auto says, still debating myself on Salah or Son as my captain. Any tips to make a decision? Guys, to be honest with you, I've got so many questions here today on Salah versus Son. There is no logical answer to that. Salah has a difficult game. Salah is playing away from home. Son has a home game. Son is in a good form as well. And he's playing against, both Salah and Son are playing against teams who are in good form. Salah more so than Son. But, which game do you think more goals are going to get scored in? Everton versus Liverpool or Tottenham versus West Ham? Use that kind of instinct and make your decision. That's the thing. Because I don't think there's any one standout captaincy option this game week. So, you can think about that. Devendra says, Martinez, Robertson, Diaz. I don't know. Diaz. Okay, Ruben Diaz. Dallas, Telles, Salah, Thiago, Fernandes, Bale, Ings. Oh, you got Bale. Nice. Bench. Any captain advice was, Bruno Fernandes wouldn't be a bad captaincy option this game week. Salah obviously is good, So Bruno Fernandes or Salah for your team. Worth keeping Werner for this game week, Mac? Yes, I think it's worth keeping Werner. Hi Wiz. Mope or Callum Wilson? Oh my god, that's a very difficult one for me. But if I had to pick one at this moment in time, I'd possibly pick Neil Mope over Callum Wilson. Jones says, would you take a -4 Werner to Kane? For this game week, it's a touch and go. It's a 50-50, Jones. Because the thing is, I think Werner can score against Southampton, but I think with the next 4 fixtures, you can even wait one game week and then get Kane in the next game week. Or if you kind of think Kane is going to get more than 1 goal against West Ham United, then go for it. I still have KDB, don't know who to replace him with. Danforth, there's so many options. Mane, Sterling, Son, Mahrez, Pulisic, lots of options. I think this season will be full of surprise, still confusion on the top 6. Everton is showing great potential. Absolutely, agree with that. Should I keep Thiago or Podence over long term? I'm not sure about Thiago. I never thought Thiago was FPL material. Podence, I still want to keep him for a couple of game weeks and see how it goes, my friend. George says, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, folks. Everton versus Liverpool have been low scoring games in the past, so I'm scared to captain Salah. Yes, that could be one thing that, the reason why I am against captaining Salah is because I don't want to captain the player in the first game week. So I'm going to take my captaincy of Salah for now. Hang on. Let me go to my transfers page and here I am. Excuse me. Alright. What are your thoughts of Barnes? I think Barnes is a good option. Chilwell or Walker Peters? Chilwell 100%, Josh. No doubt about that in my mind. So friends, here we are. Stuck with this team. I want to move Che Adams out for Kane, but I don't have enough cash, and I want to move Jimenez out for Jimenez out as well. But I don't know what's gonna happen here. The thing with Jimenez is, if I move Jimenez out, and Jimenez has got the last game of the game week, and if he bangs right at the end, it's gonna spoil my mood. Will Chilwell play? I think Chilwell is gonna play? Is Podence going to play? Is he not quarantined? No, I think the COVID test has gone, but the result of that test is gonna come back after the deadline. So we can't say with any certainty Podence is gonna play or not. So keep your subs properly ready. If Podence doesn't play, then your sub might have to come in. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Okay, so let's take a couple of more questions, then I'm gonna lock my team. Harpreet says, do you think Chelsea should start Werner at the front? I think Harpreet, Werner is gonna start up front because Pulisic is gonna be back and he's gonna be playing on the left wing, and Werner is gonna be pushed into the middle, so he has more chance of scoring this game week. Pro Gamer says, Martinez, Van Dijk, Castan, Dean, Saiss, Salah, Son, Bruno, Podence, Kane, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. My god, you've got so many captaincy options. You've got Bruno Fernandes as captaincy, Salah or Kane. Select any between them. They're all good, my friend. No word on Bruno. Van de Beek a good differential? I wouldn't say Van de Beek is a good differential because I'm not even sure if he's going to start or not. Who are you captaining, says Nigel. Yeah, I'm gonna show you in a moment, my friend. Bear with me for a bit. Bale or Mahrez? Out of these two, Mahrez. Saiss or Lamptey? Oh. Guys, you guys are asking me so difficult questions today. But yeah, out of these two, I'd possibly start Saiss, my friend. Saiss is a good option. Murli says, please do not transfer Jimenez to Kane. Jimenez will surely score. The problem, I don't want to transfer out Jimenez against Leeds, right? The thing is, I don't have a good captaincy option. That's the problem. I don't want to captain Salah because Salah is playing in the first game. I never captain players who play in the first game. So that's the thing. I'm not going to captain Salah, and I don't want to captain Son either. The thing is, why I'm going to transfer out Jimenez for Kane is because I want a good captaincy option. I want to keep Kane in my team, and I'm convincing myself to make this transfer. But I'm going to give myself a couple of minutes to think before I hit this decision. Siddharth says, is this your final team, bro? Almost, my friend. Almost. I think if I bring in Kane, Kane is my captain. If I don't, then I think I'll possibly captain somebody else except Salah, maybe Son. Saroj says, is Vardy injured? Yeah, Vardy is injured, my friend. Siddharth says, sorry I joined late. No problem, my friend. Shaikh says, I'm going for Son as captain. Good luck, my friend. I think your team is fantastic. I saw it on Discord. By the way, guys, we have a Discord channel. If you want to chat about FPL all day long, we're there. I'm also active most of the time. There's a beautiful community, a beautiful family building there. So if you want to join our Discord, the link is in the description. Feel free to join. Bruno or Rashford for captaincy? I think Bruno Fernandes. Adam says soon come. I don't know what that means, my friend. Josh says Grealish or James Rodriguez. Out of these two, I'd possibly go with James Rodriguez. If you're talking about this game week, then very difficult to decide, but Grealish for this game week. For long term, James Rodriguez. Mahrez, Sterling or Bruno, who would you transfer in? Mahrez, Sterling or Bruno. For this game week, if you're specifically talking, I'd possibly go with Sterling. Long term, I'd think about Bruno Fernandes. Is this your final team? No, Amrita, this is not my final team, unfortunately. I have to make my transfer. Jonathan says, good luck, guys. Good luck to you too, Jonathan. So yeah, the only decision which is left in my team is whether I move out. I currently have Jimenez in my team, and the decision which I have for my team is whether should I move Jimenez out for Kane or not. That is the decision that I have, for my team. And yeah, should I transfer Havertz out for Bruno and take a hit? For this game week, I don't think so. You need to, my friend. I think Havertz should be fine. At least for something like an assist, Havertz should be fine. Sterling for captain. Yeah, I think Sterling is a good captaincy option for this game week. Mohamed Akmal. Yeah, definitely. So, fellas, it comes down to... my team is almost final. And see, if I have this team, I'll show you what I'll do. Just hang on. Let me show you my team. Right. I hope you can see it. No. Okay. So here's my team, right? So if I have this team, if I don't get Harry Kane, then I think I should just go and captain Son, because I don't want to captain Salah in the first fixture of the day. I just don't want to go and captain him. But because I don't want to captain Son, that's the reason I'm thinking of moving Jimenez to Kane. I think, guys, it's a risk worth taking, right? Yeah, I think I think it's fine. There you go, guys. I've done it. My team is final for the game week. Now you can have a look at my final team. And who's my vice captain? Salah, I guess. Yeah. Salah can be my vice captain. There you go. I've done it. I've done it, guys. This is my final team for the game week, and I've taken my first hit of the season, guys. I hope it pays off. The first hit of the season. I think it was a calculated one. So lock your teams, guys. 12 minutes left in the deadline. Lock your teams, guys. So should I play Zaha, says Hanur? Yes, if you have him, play him. Don't repeat, my friend. I'm sorry, I was actually fixing my own team, but if you have him, play him, please. Molo says Son or Salah captain. Out of these two, my friend, if I had to pick one, I'd pick Salah. But, you make your decision, bro. Is Jorginho will be playing 11 for Chelsea? Yes, I think Jorginho will be playing, no doubt about it. Omar says got to start 1. Dallas, Target, Mitchell. Go with Dallas, Omar. Dylan says, is Mitchell playing this week for Crystal Palace? Very hard to say, Dylan, because Patrick Van Aanholt is back. And, I'm not sure if Patrick Van Aanholt is going to start, right? But it's very hard for me to say whether Mitchell's going to play. If you have him, just put him in the team and fix your bench. Chilwell or Castan? Oh, my God. Pratik, if I had to pick one of these two, I'd pick Chilwell because they have the better fixtures in the coming game weeks. Guys, you are asking me so difficult questions, and I have to make this decision on the spur of the moment, right? I used my first hit and my team looking amazing, says Hanur. Good luck, my friend. I'm so happy your team looks amazing. I hope I could say the same for my team. I have a couple of problems in my team. Hope Jimenez does not score. Amrit, if he scores, he scores. But the thing is, Kane has the potential to pay this hit back to me in the next 4 game weeks. I'm sure about that. If I wasn't sure, the thing with Jimenez is why I transferred out Jimenez for a hit. I know it's a very difficult one to take, but why I transferred out Jimenez, because I don't want to captain Jimenez. I'm not confident to captain Jimenez, and that's the problem, guys. I hope you understand, right? It's very difficult for me to captain Jimenez. Josh says, have you used your wildcard yet? No, Josh, I haven't used my wildcard, and I'm so happy with my team that I don't plan to use my wildcard anytime soon. I think I have to make a couple of more transfers. Possibly one more hit in the next couple of game weeks and my team would look exactly like how I would like it to look. So yeah. Baksha says, good luck, Wiz. Good luck, George. I hope you enjoyed the stream, my friend. By the way, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream and I hope I answer your questions. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Manas says, what do you think about Trossard? He's a gradual growth kind of player and he's starting to get into Brighton's key players. I think both Trossard and Mopé are awesome, and if I had to get a striker in place of Che Adams, I would possibly consider Mopé, and if I had to get a player in place of Kai Havertz, I would possibly consider Trossard as well. I think they're both fantastic options. Khaleesi says, is Dunn playing this game week? I'm not sure, Khaleesi. I think he might play because Ben Mee is still injured, but I can't say with any fair certainty. If anybody knows if whether Dunn is going to play for Burnley this game week, please let Khaleesi know. Amit says, you are so much informative. Thank you so much, Amit. I try my best, my friend. Siddharth says, Reece James or Shaw or Mitchell. I'd put Reece James in the team and I'll put Shaw on the bench possibly, and see what happens, my friend. And because I think if Reece James starts, he has a good chance to score some points. If he doesn't, then he'll be on the bench, right? So that says, all the best, bro. All the best, Siddharth. Prem says, should I transfer Vardy to Kane or Bissouma to Grealish? Transfer Vardy to Kane is a good move. If you think Vardy is not going to play, my friend, then you can transfer out Vardy for Kane. Do you play private league? Please give code. Harpreet, I have only one league and the code I think is in the description. If not, then this is my league code. It's called Nocta. You can join it anytime. You're welcome to join, guys. Jonathan says, Manchester City 5-1 Arsenal Partey red card. Jonathan is trying to tease me. Please. I hope Arsenal beat Manchester City today and City players blank. So it says Greenwood or Mendy? Greenwood. Tarkovsky is back for Burnley, so I doubt Dunn will start, says Odu. So there's your answer. You were asking about that. Dylan says, would you trade out Douglas for a decent defender? I don't want to play Kyle Walker-Peters. If so, who's your pick? I've got Trent Alexander-Arnold and Justin. To be honest with you, I think Tariq Lamptey is the one I would go for. I like the look of that defender a lot. I mean, if you don't want to go for him, then you can go for somebody like Masuaku, but he has difficult fixtures. So you can go for Matt Target of Aston Villa as well. Premi says Wilson or Mope. In my opinion, if I had to pick one of these two at this moment in time, I'd go with Mope because of the fixtures. FPL Sam says, lol, Jonathan, hope Sterling scores a hat-trick. FPL Sam, I know your captain is Sterling, that's why you're saying that. Hang on guys, a drink of water please. Josh says, who do you support? I support Arsenal, Josh. And Sid says, having a problem whom to start, Barnes or Brewster? Barnes. If you mean Harvey Barnes, then yes, Harvey Barnes over Brewster. But I know they're playing against Fulham, so it's a very difficult decision to take, innit? But if I was you, I would start Harvey Barnes. Stelia says, should I take a -4 hit to get KDB out for Son and Brownhill out for Grealish? Yes, Stelios, I would do that. Shlinder says, lock and load, Wiz. Yep, lock and loaded, my friend. Hang on, let me check my team as well, just in case something goes averse here and my transfers don't go through, but I'll refresh. Yeah, I think it's locked and loaded, my friends. No issues here. I've been pushed back in my rank with this -4 hit, but I hope Kane helps me get it back. How much left in the bank? I've got 3.4 million in the bank, I guess. Oh no, I got Kane. No. Hang on. Let me see. Dang it, I made a mistake. Just give me a second. Let me see how much in the bank. I'll tell you. 1.4 million in the bank, my friends. 1.4 in the bank. Alright. Sid says, yeah bro, thanks. Got myself Kane as well. Good luck, Sid. I hope he does well for us. Any hopes from United players? I have lots of hopes from United players. I think United is going to do well this game week. Emmanuel says Son or Kane as captain. In my opinion, Kane, my friend, I think Kane is a better option than Son because he's on penalties. Aren't you scared Davis doesn't start and get subbed in? Yes, I'm scared about that, Odu, as well. But, I still think that I'm willing to take that risk because I have Davis in my team. Actually, you're putting it out in my mind now. Zodiac says, hey Wiz, hey Zod. Stelia says, who should I play? Son, Grealish, Havertz, Rodriguez and Podence. I only want to play 4. Play Son, play Grealish, Havertz and Rodriguez. Bench Podence, I guess. That's a very difficult one to kind of say, man. Are you sure Davis will play? I got him as well, but I put him on the bench. I'm not sure at all that Davis is going to play. I'm just taking kind of a risk if Davis plays well enough, fair. If he doesn't play, then I hope that he doesn't come on and Ayling comes on, Because I feel if Davis starts, then they could get a clean sheet. Omar says, best of luck, Wiz. Best cap in this game week between Sterling, Kane, Salah. I think out of these 3, Kane is the best. Will Vardy and Zaha play, says Premi? I have no idea, my friend. No idea at all, because it's up in the air. Why not Ayling over Davis when Davis might start on the bench and Ayling playing against Wolves? But what happens if Davis starts? That's what was in my thinking. But you are putting it out in my mind now. Zod. Steele says Havertz captain or Son. Out of these two, Son. Definitely Son. I think Son is in a really good form. Havertz is fine, but not captain material. If you have him in your team, he's already differential for your team. Don't captain him. Don't captain Havertz. So, Zod has managed to put it out in my mind. He says, why not put Ayling in the team and put Davis on the bench? Why do you have to do this, Zod? Why? I've got... Okay, fair enough. Let's do this. That's fine. I don't want to... I guess a 2-pointer is better than a 1-pointer, innit? But yeah. No issues. That's not the biggest issue in my team at all, so I guess it's all fine, innit? If I have Ayling, it's gonna let him play. I mean, I would even let Kyle Walker-Peters play, but I'm pretty sure that Chelsea will score. I have wildcarded any players I have to get. Zach, if I was you, I would get Kane, I would get Son, I would get Salah, and I would get otherwise I think my internet is gone, innit? Let me see. No, I think my internet is working. I don't know what happened with the stream. Guys, can you just please tell me if you can hear my voice or not? Something seems to be amiss here. Crazy. Guys, just let me know if you can hear my voice, please. Hello, guys. Can you hear me? What's down with this crazy thing? Oh, there you go, guys. I'm back. I hope you can hear me. My chat got disconnected. My internet got disconnected. I don't know what happened. There you go. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. 2 minutes to go, guys. Lock your teams. Lock your teams, my friends. All of you. Go and lock your teams because there's not much time left. You know, I don't even know what to do with my team. Surfro says, yes, you're audible. Blanked for a few seconds. Yeah, I think I had an internet outage for a bit. Thank you. I'm back. Thank God I'm back. Raghav says, fine, bro. All right. Awesome. I capped Kane too finally. Good luck, everyone. Good luck to you guys. 2 minutes left to lock your teams. Lamptey or Brewster as first sub? Brewster, my friend. Lock and load, folks. Lock and load. Absolutely, says Smelly Web. Everybody, lock and load your teams. 2 minutes to go. Do not waste your times. Son or Salah captain, says Danforth. Danforth, I think it's more a decision of your gut, but I just don't want to kind of captain the player who plays in the first game of the game week. So go for Son if you want to, my friend. It's very hard for me to say in it. So go with your gut, my friend. It's very hard for me to kind of say which one to do. Good luck, guys, says Schlender. Danforth, if I had to do one, I'd go with Son, but it's very difficult to select at this moment, and you know, it's a very last moment stuff. Alright, so I've got Ailing in my team. Finally, Davis is sitting out. Bissouma, Walker Peters. Don't know what to... The bench is fine, you know, at least I've got a playing bench, so not too much problem with that, you know, but this game week is very difficult to kind of get through. I've taken a hit. I hope it pays off for my team, but this game week is more about damage limitations. Premi says not sure what Deania might not play today. Not sure about Dean, guys, not sure at all. Buckshot says bye Wiz. Bye George. Thank you so much for being on the stream. I hope you had fun, my friend. So guys, the deadline is over. We can all take deep breaths, zen out our feelings, and it was kind of a frantic one, innit? Very frantic one. Auto says got 4 players in my first game. Yeah, I know it's very hard to accept. You know, that's the reason I don't want to captain a player in the first game. It just spoils the entire game week for me. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you, Buckshot, for being here. I appreciate you guys. John says, good luck, Wiz. We'll have a green arrow. Kane brace incoming. Thank you so much for those wonderful words, man. I hope they come true. Raziz says, good luck. Surface says, take care, Wiz. Zen out, says Smelly Web. Cheers, everyone. Bye. Gunners winning against City. That would be awesome. Awesome. Wait, why my message was deleted? I don't know. Uru. I have no idea. Let me check. How can I see this message? I don't know, my friend. I have no idea why it got deleted. I've made Salah captain. Okay, that's good. I mean, I think Salah will be the captain of the majority of the people in this game week, you know. But, I mean, Salah is a good option. The only thing why I didn't want to captain is because it's the first game of the game week, right? It's not a logical decision. I mean, but away from home against a very, very good Everton team, I just didn't have the... I didn't want to have the kind of, you know, the will to put Salah as a captain in the first game of the game week against Everton, who's playing well away from home. And that's the reason I took a -4. Otherwise, Jimenez was a good option. But yeah, each to his own, guys. I gave you my options and opinions very clearly, so I hope you, it helped you make your decisions more clear. Thanks for streaming, says Zod. You're welcome, my friend. Who's your best 4.6 million defender? Currently, I have Justin. I think 4.7 you can go for Lamptey. 4.6, I don't see anyone too good. You can go for Matt Target. I think Matt Target is a good option. You can go for, you know, I think Lamptey and Matt Target are the good options. Arthur Masuaku can be a good option after game week 8 as well, after the fixtures turn. So, fellas, I hope you had fun. I hope I've managed to answer all of your questions. I'm sorry if I didn't answer any of the questions because I try, but sometimes the chat is going too quick and not able to get to all the questions, but I try my best. Thank you so much for being here on the stream, my friends. I really appreciate it. And if you want, you can join our Discord group. The link is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You know, I really appreciate all of you coming here, talking to me and staying in the stream for such a long time. Thank you so much for being here. And as I always say, may the arrows be green. Thank you so much. Take care. Good luck for the game weeks. FPL Wizard signing off. Bye bye.